sage and cinnamon going. I haven't done a spread in a while. I miss y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. Sage.
All right, this is the third video I am posting. I'm sorry to the second video, Geomancy, I believe it was, because I realized the bird sounds were turned down a little bit. I don't know why, I was just feeling like I wore green, then I went on my walk with my dog. It just, being in Michigan, considering the weather we just had, to have this nice weather. All right, Destiny Astrology. Destiny Astrology. So before I read the reverse, let's see what your confirmation says, because it kind of depends, right? Soul Family, Violet Fire, Transmutation, Detoxification. All right, this is nice. So we're probably going to read this astrology up right. I'll see what Spirit says in my ears. They said in your eye. Cathedral of Light. Oh, okay. Stubborn attitudes. Extending the olive branch. Artistry. Now, both of these came out in reverse. A lot of times I don't do reverse. I'll do like reverse, upright, like reverse or upright. But this time, kind of like the first spread, there's a bigger picture here, right? So, excuse me. So, when we talk about them in reverse, astrology, destiny, right? Cathedral of Light, stubborn attitudes, extending the olive branch, artistry. Now look at the Cathedral of Light. First off, it's the number 5, the number of change, right? So we started out in reverse. In my dreams, a lot of times if someone is like stuck or stagnant or things aren't going their way, whether it's me or other people, the person is laying down or laying on their side, right? In this case, with the reverse, the stubborn attitudes, like you healed some of the stubborn attitudes that kind of held us back or like delayed our growth or our destiny. Sometimes we'll feel like the people in our lives are being stubborn, but then when you look at them both being upright, right, because they came out the exact same way, right, it is literally, yeah, I heard Spirit said the stars are aligning for your good. The stars are aligning for your good, right? So extending the olive branch and artistry. Some of that time alone, sorry, 1105, that is my dad's number. Anyway, sorry. But like a lot of times when you are in this period of like isolation, hermit mode, you feel like you don't necessarily have people around that you want to spend time with. Spirit said that loves or adores you, right? You can feel like, am I destined to be alone? Am I destined to be miserable? Am I destined to be a cat lady or a dog dad or whatever, right? But no, that's not always the case. Can you look at ways that you can be creative with your alone time? Can you look at ways that you could be creative with building your community? Can you look at ways that maybe you could expand your mindset, right? And so maybe we're being stubborn, holding something against someone, instead of kind of looking within and doing the healing work, especially with a lot of green in the air today, right? So look at some ways that maybe you can mend relationships that actually are healthy, that actually have the potential to be healthy. Not the people where like you've seen the same behavioral patterns or the same BS 2-3 times in a row, or they did this big thing that is just devastating, right? I mean, you can do that too if you want to. No, but like, is there someone where there was this small falling out about, and then you actually talked to them and realized it was a misunderstanding or miscommunication on both sides, especially with us being in Mercury? Everyone talks about, don't take the past people back from their life because it's Mercury. Don't take the past. Listen, some of the best people have come back, or the best lessons. Some of them were still temporary. Some of them were more permanent, but they came during Mercury retrograde, right? So just stubborn attitudes, extending the olive branch, astrology and destiny, right? Be mindful the rules and the limits that you live by that are placed on you by others. I just had a client message me. It's retrograde, right? A client that's been closed for a long time. And I literally had been wondering, not where I was like sitting on and meditating, how is she, bring her back, right? But like every now and then I'm like, oh my gosh, how is she doing? I wonder how she's doing. And I just leave it alone, because when people leave, you let them leave, right? You don't take it personal. It's a time and a place for stuff, right? But she literally messaged me, hey, can we start back? Da-da-da-da is going on. And then come to find out, I moved from one spot to this spot, right? And so now it's easier for her to get to me, right? And attendance was part of the issue, right? So if we follow this rule of don't allow anyone back from the past or in retrograde, how are you missing out on some things that you've been asking for and waiting for? The stars have aligned. Look at those relationships. Some of them are toxic. Just leave them be. Right? Just leave them be. But not everything that comes back during retrograde is toxic. But that's up to you to open your awareness and your mindset and take them chances. I can't tell you how to live. I'm just saying what Spirit is saying. Okay. Bye.